Diane Keane. I am a residential real estate agent, and I'm located in Southeast Florida in the Delray Beach, Boca Raton area, which is the east coast of Florida. And the number of deals I'm in is 7 right now with Ashcroft. In 2018 and prior, I was doing the 401k option to get a break on taxes. You know, if you put in a certain number, like let's say $60,000 per year, you get a $20,000 credit on taxes. So that sounded appealing initially. I wasn't sure what to invest in. And as I'm building up reserves, you know, small reserves don't do anything for you in the short term. So that was an option I did for a while. And then 2018, I realized that my money felt trapped. It didn't have the velocity that I wanted it to have. I couldn't access it easily. And I felt like it really wasn't growing very much. I wasn't losing, but I wasn't hitting any home runs either. So I stopped investing in that 2017, probably range. 2018, I started trying to educate myself on what should I be investing in, what other options are there. And I went through a series of different ideas and investments, and ultimately decided that I would dig deeper and go down the rabbit hole on multifamily. So then I started into a year-long, maybe not a full year, but 6 to 8 month long course of self-education, going online, looking at webinars, trying to understand what is this syndication, how does it work, how do you pick an operator, how do you pick locations, which comes first, and then just going through that experience. And that's when I found you guys. And that was in mid to late, I guess July, August of 2019 that I started investing with you all. I wanted passive because I have a full-time business and I didn't really have the time to pay attention, especially to out-of-state opportunities where I felt like the opportunities were, being that Southeast Florida is very high priced. I wanted the tax benefits, I wanted passive, and I wanted the potential for that growth. And listening to the presentation, it offered all of those things. The data was all new, me asking myself, what should I be asking? What should I be looking for? So over time, I've built those questions out, and I've been able to compare operators and realize not all operators operate the same, and not all have what I would consider a really great reputation. As you start to dig more and look for data and ask yourself questions as to, what is the internet saying about some of these people? And the other thing that I like about Ashcroft is, Joe's involved not just in his deals, but he mentors other operators, which I found out by accident, actually, by one of the other operators that I invest with. And I was impressed with them because they followed your format. And then it turns out that Joe is a mentor to them. So I'm like, well, that makes sense, because a lot of it is very parallel with the way the data is presented. So I love that. He's involved with helping other people with their deals. He has the podcast. It's just a very wide approach, very much a giving aspect. I've been in the deals for 2.5 years now, so I've had a chance to see the different communications and just see the 2.5 years of different information that comes through, the way that the information is presented. And it's been very good. It's been very detailed. I appreciate the data, and there is a lot of data there at times, and there's the monthly updates, and there's usually a little recap. There's a lot of good information there that I like to see in that summary form. When there's a new deal, some people don't want the watch built, they just want to have the time. I like the watch being built, especially as I'm trying to figure out the ins and the outs and how to compare deals. So I like that there's so much information with the deck, or whatever you guys call your booklet, or the email with all the different worksheets that make up the deal, that explain where the deal is located, why that location was selected, the demographics, the expected return, the break-evens, the different the sensitivity analysis. I like all of that information. And then that's usually followed up with the webinars. And I haven't had it, I've had the 7 deals, which have started in 2019, 2021, but it's been early 2021 since I've invested. I'm assuming that you're still doing that kind of detail, but that is really nice to be able to read through that entire booklet, whether it's in e-format or a link, whatever it is, and then to be able to get onto a webinar and ask questions after that and get clarity about any points that may not be so obvious or additional questions that come up. That's a really detailed approach, and I've seen other operators who don't offer that level of detail. And it's almost surprising because it was an expectation that I thought, well, this is what they all do. It's really great. This is what they all do. But then I'd look at other operators and they were not providing that level of transparency. Ashcroft has been around for a while. They've been in and out of deals, not necessarily with myself, but I've been in but not out of the deal yet. But you guys you've got a really good track record. And so when you recommend, typically you share the research you've done with somebody. So looking at the results of the past, looking at where my results are going currently, which I've been pleased with. And then a lot of people are looking for that passive impact investing because they don't have the time or maybe the ability to become an expert either fast enough, or they just have that full-time job and they can't take enough time to spend learning a whole new thing and have it be meaningful without it being 5-10 years down the road. So a lot of people have money, they want to invest now. And if you look at the track record, my experience, and the fact they do want passive results that seem like they're on the right track, this checks all those boxes. I don't have anything that's gone full cycle yet. It looks like the returns so far, the cash on cash each year have been around 6% to 7.9%. So it's within the range that's been expected and in some cases surpassed. It's almost like, giving back a little bit of, what can I do to contribute back instead of just taking, giving back through what I've experienced through the investment, and you see if it resonates with anybody. For different people, different things resonate. And I've gone through several of the testimonials myself online with different people and different operators, and it can be impactful, it can be helpful. So I thought, why not, contribute to that?